Hey, welcome back, guys. Today I thought I'd do a little bit of an update on Puppy Linux. A while back, you remember I did a little bit of a series on that, going through configuration and installation of drivers, printer, etc. And so I just wanted to, for those of you who may not have seen that, I just wanted to go through a little bit of an update on my Puppy Linux. Now, this is the 6.0.2. It's Tahrpup, based upon actually, it incorporates some of the package management of Ubuntu, and it can install Debian files. So it's a pretty neat little system. So for those of you who may not have seen that series of videos, and for those of you that did, that wonder what's happening with Puppy, let me go through a little bit of what you see here. Now, when you install Puppy Linux, I would recommend you install the Tahrpup 6.0.2. For burning to a USB, I've had my best luck with UNet booting, and that when I process the USB drive with the Puppy Linux ISO using UNet booting, it usually boots without a problem. And then you're basically have a choice at that point. Do you want to run it off the USB, which you can do? Nice thing with Puppy Linux is you can keep it on a USB drive and bring it with you and boot it up on really any computer, and do whatever you need to do and then put it back in your pocket. But I chose to do a full install. They give you a choice of a full or a frugal. I chose to do a full install on my internal hard drive. And so it's a pretty easy procedure. You click on the install icon once you boot up the USB. Click on the install icon, then click on Universal Installer, and then you're going to select the drive type. And so for me it was internal IDE or SATA hard drive, so you click on that. Then you pick the drive that you want to install to. Then you pick the partition. So it's a pretty straightforward process. I'm not going to go through the entire thing right now because I already did the install. But it's a pretty easy process to install it to your hard drive. Now once you do that, you get the standard Puppy Linux desktop with the default wallpaper. I have changed that. I've also modified the icons. Let me go over that with you. If you go into menu and then desktop and then go into JWM window manager settings, you can choose various themes. You can determine how you want your panel, whether it be at the top or the bottom, window settings. So you've got a lot of configuration options. And so right now I've got a grayish or a dark theme, which is called dark gray. But you can use the stark blue, which is, I believe, is what it comes with. It's a light theme. So you can download additional themes. If you go into the Puppy Linux forum, there's a whole section on eye candy, and so you can install various color themes and make it look the way you want it to. Now for wallpaper, you would go into the desktop and then P wallpaper background image chooser, and there you will install your wallpaper. Now let's see if I can find, there it is. That's the stock wallpaper, and so I replaced that with the, I've got for example, the Boston skyline. I've got various wallpapers in here: snow leopard, White Tiger, which is the one I have on the desktop now. So you can, and then you can scale to fit, center, or tile. So that is your wallpaper. Now, you'll get the standard icons, which you can see have the Faenza theme. Now, I changed the icon theme, and again, if you go into desktop and desktop icon switcher, you can see the various icon themes. Now, I added a lot of icon themes. So, for example, Faenza Blue Night, as you can see. Now, you'll notice a difference between the ones that look like Faenza Blue Night and the ones that I have added. The ones that you add to the desktop, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. The ones that you add to the desktop don't take on the theme of the icon theme that you choose. I checked with the Puppy Linux guys, and they don't really have a way around that. So what I did was I went on the internet and I pulled in various icon themes that icons actually that look like Faenza. So you can see GUVC View, OpenShot, Pale Moon, VLC, Google, Gparted. I pulled those in from the internet. Now, I'm not a big fan of this Blue Night, so but I will show you a few of the. There's Nitrix and Evolvere, very square theme. You can see the drive icons at the bottom of the screen change also. Let's see what else we have. FS. So you can see it's really pretty much unlimited as to what you want to do with your look. You can see the hard drive icons change. Now, if I go with Nimbus, for example, that theme might fit my unique icons here a little bit better, rather than the Faenza. Faenza, they're all pretty square. But if I choose Nimbus, you can see that my new icons kind of fit in a little bit better. So I'll leave that one alone. Now, in order to drag the icons, you have to be careful when you're adding or removing icons to your desktop. If you want to move in an icon, what you're going to do is open your file manager, and then you want to up arrow and go into, I believe it's User, Share, and Applications. Now, when you're in User, Share, Applications, if you pick an application from this list and you drag it to your desktop, you will have the standard icon mounted on your desktop. So let's see. Okay, Pigeon I don't have. So let's drag Pigeon over. Now, as you can see, I now have Pigeon on the desktop. If I right click Pigeon and I go into File, Pigeon Desktop, Set Icon, you can drag. If you find another icon that you want, you can drag it here and it'll replace it. But as you can see, most of them have when you drag from the User Share Applications, it will have a desktop suffix. So right click on that and edit item, and then just remove or change the name to whatever you want, and then click OK. And as you can see, now it says Pigeon. Now, if you change your mind and you want to delete that, be very careful, because if you select trash, not only will it move that icon, but it'll take it out of your applications also. So what you want to do is click on Remove Item. Do not send it to trash. Click on Remove Item, and that's the safest way to do it. Now, as you know, I have Broadcom for my Wi-Fi. This is the 32-bit Puppy Linux Tahrpup 6.0.2. When you install it, you're going to have the QuickPet icon on your desktop. If you click Tahrpup Updates, it will go in and see if you have any updates. Now, when I installed 6.0.2, it said that there was an update to Service Pack 603. So I elected to update it. Then once I got to 3, it told me there was a update for 605, which I did. I updated. Now you see Service Pack level 6.0.5. So my operating system is up to date. Now if you want to install packages, they're listed along the top by category, and it's just a matter of clicking on the one you want and it will install it. Very easy. And that's how I installed most of what I needed. Now, beyond that, if you want to install packages, and by the way, you can install other desktop environments, Xfce, LXDE, so you can change the desktop environment on Puppy. I choose to stay with the standard default desktop. And the other item I wanted to go over with you is the Puppy Package Manager. It really is very similar to Synaptic. As you can see, even though it's Puppy Linux, it pulls off of the Ubuntu repositories. You just search in the box. As I said, it's pretty much like Synaptic. And if you were installing packages, that's probably the first thing you'd try to find that package. If you're not able to, then again go into the Puppy repositories and see if you can locate a pet file. Now, one of the things that you'll find with a 32-bit is that I was not able to install my Broadcom because the Broadcom package, and let's see if I can find that. The Broadcom package is only available in the 64-bit. So if I look under, and these websites are your friend. A Biblio, if you look, they've got all the packages for 64-bit, and they've got all the packages for 32-bit. Packages for Puppy Tar Linux. Now, you see the Broadcom, there is a Broadcom driver 3.14.20, which is what I'm running. However, it doesn't, I tried to install it, it does not activate. It's listed as 6.30.223. If we go over to the 64-bit and I go to Broadcom, you will see that it is the 6.30.223.271. It's different because the 64-bit install is the 3.14.54 kernel. I installed the 64-bit and I installed Broadcom and it worked fine. The only reason I'm not running the 64-bit, and you know I probably should, but it's because QuickPet is not available on the 64-bit as of yet, and QuickPet is a very useful utility. So I'm not giving up much by running the 32-bit. Now, what I am giving up by running the 32-bit is Broadcom and War Thunder. War Thunder will not run on the 32-bit, but it will run on the 64-bit. Okay, now one of the things that I'm not giving up is Hearthstone. Hearthstone runs fine through Play on Linux, so that's a plus. Steam runs fine through the 32-bit. Steam uses a lot of the 32-bit libraries, so it's right at home with the Puppy Linux 32-bit install. So I'm giving up a couple of things by running the 32-bit, and the 64-bit is available, so that's really your choice. What's more important to you? Now my printer I installed, and I went through that. If you look back in my videos, you'll see an explanation of how to install your Brother printer in Puppy Linux. Now, and I go through the whole process with you. So if you decide to install Puppy, go back and check my prior videos, and you'll see a installation procedure on NVIDIA. You'll see an installation procedure on your Brother printer. I did one on Play on Linux and Hearthstone. So if you go back and take a look at those, you'll find out what you need to know. Now I installed Simple Screen Recorder through the Launchpad website, but there is actually a PET file for Simple Screen Recorder, and I think it's in the 32-bit. So this is all alphabetical. If you go into the website where they hold the packages, you'll see Simple Screen Recorder, and that is listed right there. Now, as you can see, many more packages available for 32 versus 64. So with a 32-bit, you're gaining a much larger software library. Okay, so now you can see Kodi. I did install Kodi through QuickPet. It installed fine. It runs fine. I installed OpenShot, GUVC View, VLC, Chrome, Gparted, Play on Linux, SM Player, Simple Screen Recorder, LeafPad. So I've got basically everything that I need. Now as far as Office goes, let's see. Okay, you can see you've got Gnumeric, WPS. I installed WPS, but I didn't. Yeah, it's not running properly. Let's see. Oh, so now it is running properly. So I installed WPS Office using a Debian file, and it looks like it worked fine, as you can see. I couldn't find the location. I didn't think it worked, but lo and behold, it's working terrific. So you've got some choices, and within your software listings, you've got lots of software choices. Now, as I mentioned, you can install packages, Debian files. Basically, you're going to download this PET file. All Puppy Linux software that's pre-compiled is on a PET file. You see this Debi-1.2.pet? If you install that, then you should be able to install deb files. Now I installed ICE, however that is not working, I do not believe. I tried it, I could not get it to run. I believe it is in my package listing, but I couldn't get the program to run. And that's not a problem because you can play most of your you do most of your streaming through Firefox or Google. Now I installed Google Chrome, as you can see, and I did that through QuickPet. So you're not really sacrificing much when you compare Puppy Linux to any other version of Linux. You can pretty much do anything you want. Now the one package I was not able to find a way to install is OBS Studio. Now OBS, as you know, is available through a PPA in Ubuntu. Arch, of course, has everything available, and Arch is my is really my number one flavor of Linux. But OBS Studio, I haven't found a way to get that working in Puppy. However, with GUVC View and Simple Screen Recorder, you're covered. So I think I covered everything that I wanted to. As you can see, it looks very, very nice. It's fully functional. I don't have any issues with it at all. Down in the system tray, you can see I've got a firewall on. I've got internet connection. I've got simple screen recorder. I've got a clipboard manager. And now my little icon for pigeon is there. So that about wraps it up for this video, guys. This is just an update on Puppy Linux. If you've never tried Puppy, as you can see, it's pretty cool. It's different. There's lots to learn about it. But if you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'll be happy to give you the benefit of whatever knowledge I've been able to acquire on Puppy. I am by no means an expert. When I tackle these projects, I'm doing it just as you would. I'm starting from the ground and working my way up, and so I'm not an expert, but one of the things that I do enjoy is learning something new. And so that's it for this video, guys. Puppy Linux. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for stopping by the channel, and I'll see you soon. Take care.